Okay, big deals get written
Red
in
chalk.
red.
I'm writing big deal.
Big deal.
Any polynomial is a product of linear
Oh, I got you.
and
We already did this.
irreducible quadratic functions.
Irreducible. That's all I thought of.
Okay?
I had to write that down.
This means that if you graph, okay, the graphs you've been doing, look something like this.
Probably irreducible.
Okay?
That's the worst thing I hate about pre-calculus.
Me too, bud.
Yeah, but it's really easy. Okay? If you multiply these three linear functions, you're going to get a cubic polynomial. You're going to get something times x plus something, multiplied by
X
something
cubed.
times x plus something. Okay, when you multiply it out, you'll get an x cubed, and typically an x squared, and an x, and a number. Nothing complicated about
This is
that.
all I have to say
Okay.
about that.
I'll make sure I write
And
irreducible.
Irreducible.
Okay.
Irreducible.
Those were all good attempts. That was fine. Okay,
Function.
so if you multiply these three polynomials together, the only place they can be zero is here, here, and here, right?
All on the X.
And between here and here, all three of them are positive, so your polynomial is going to be positive, right? So your graph is going to have to do this. To get from 0 to 0 through positive numbers, you've got to do something like this, right?
Oh, jeez.
Okay, between here and here, this one's negative, but the other two are positive, so it's got to be negative, so it's got to come down here and come back.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, see.
Okay?
See.
That's
Now-
I
why
must have already looked at our
X
homework.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of looks that way, but it isn't because it's distorted because there are three of these. Okay? Then,
And that one right there.
after this,
Just die.
there's one positive and two negative, meaning it's positive.
Everyone who loves me.
Okay? Now, on this side, there's one negative and two positive, so it's this. There's your graph. Sort of.
Me too.
Now, you can also calculate your y-intercept because you know the value here, here, and here. You multiply them together, you get this value. Okay? That's not hard. Now, the other thing is,
Sure it's not.
just quickly, irreducible
Coordinates.
quadratics means you can't factor them. And if you think about it, that means you can't set them equal to 0 and get a solution. It's going to be complex. So that means your irreducible quadratics are going to look like this. Either above the x-axis or all the way below. Okay? These are irreducible quadratics. If it crosses the x-axis, it can be factored, so it factors into like x plus something and x plus something, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So if we have this, and then we have, just a couple of linear factors. Well, it's 0 here, it's 0 here. Between here and here, we have two positives. This one's positive and this one's negative. What's that give us?
Negative.
It gives us a negative, so we got a negative here. On this side of the 0, we've got two positives and two negatives. That's positive, right? So there it goes.
Oh.
On this side of this 0, what do we have? Positive and two negatives, right? Well, wait a minute. No, we got two positives and two negatives. So there it goes. Okay, so the whole graph looks like this. And it kind of really does look a whole lot like a parabola. Now, is that difficult?
No.
I don't think that's difficult, but it takes a little getting used to.
Yeah, that's
The
the
words
words.
that are different.
So
It's
we
like-
need to pull that together next time.
Yes.
So I'll look at your homework to see just how bad you hate
Oh,
this.
how about you don't?
And then I'll see what I can do to make it worse.
Oh, great.
I could figure out like
I
the
think
first
it's the
half
I
of
think
each
it's the
question and
wordy.
then I'll